enjoy learning!
Good day, everyone! Welcome to our Quarter 1 Week 6 lesson in Grade 8 Mathematics, which is all about equation of the line. It's me again, Ma'am Mel, your Mathematics 8 teacher. So sit back, relax, and enjoy learning! Our most essential learning competencies for this session are: number 1, finds the equation of a line given 2 points, the slope and a point, and the slope and its intercepts. And the second one, solves problems involving linear equations in 2 variables. So students, kindly get your weekly home learning plan, your module in Mathematics 8, as well as your paper and pen. So let's begin! Let us have the equation of the line. Okay, so on page 27 of your learning module, we have given negative 2x plus y is equal to 6. So we need to find out 2 points that will satisfy the equation. And also, we need to find out the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is the m and the y-intercept is the b. And then lastly, we need to find out also the x and y intercept. Okay, so on our next slides, we will discuss it one by one. Let us first find out 2 points that will satisfy the equation. So on your learning module, page 27, it is already written that our given is negative 2x plus y is equal to 6. And also, we already have the values of x and y. So in order to find out the 2 points that will satisfy the equation, we need to substitute the given values. Okay, so let us start with if x is equal to negative 1. So since given na ang ating x, ang hahanapin na lang natin ay yung y. So how are we going to find out the value of y? So in order to find the value of y, we just need to substitute this value of x to our given equation. So let's begin. So as you can see, we have negative 2 times negative 1 plus y is equal to 6. So from our original equation, we just substitute negative 1 to our x. So it becomes negative 2 times negative 1 plus y is equal to 6. Next process. So in order to simplify our given equation, we need to multiply negative 2 to our negative 1. So multiplying negative 2 to negative 1, the result is positive 2. And then copy plus y is equal to 6. Next, the next step is to transpose positive 2 to the other side of the equation in order to find out the value of our y. So let us start. Ayan. So as you can see, we have y is equal to 6. Transpose natin ang positive 2 to the other side of the equation. So it becomes negative 2. Now, what is 6 minus 2? Very good. So our y now is equal to 4. So what will be our point for that given value of x? So the first point is negative 1 and positive 4. So later, ilalagay ko dyan sa slide na ito kung ano yung ating first point. Okay, so next one, on your learning module, given na ulit ang ating y. So if y is equal to 2. Now, so since given naman ang y natin, we need to find the value of our x. So how are we going to find out the value of x? So just like the process that we did in order to find the value of our y, we need to substitute the value of y to this given equation in order to find out the value of our x. So let us start. Ayan. So we need to substitute 2 to our y. So let us copy negative 2x, then plus. So the value of y is 2. So plus 2 is equal to 6. Okay. The next one is to transpose. Let us combine like terms. So we need to transpose 2 to the other side of the equation para matitira na lang sa side na ito ay x. Okay. So let us start. Ayan. So as you can see, we have negative 2x is equal to 6 minus 2. So what is 6 minus 2? Again, exactly. So 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. So it becomes negative 2x is equal to 4. So what do you think is our next step in order to find the value of x? Very good. So we need to divide both sides by negative 2. Okay, so i-divide natin. Ayan. So, dinidivide ko na po sa negative 2. So, since we need to divide both sides by negative 2, we need to cancel negative 2 and negative 2. Kasi negative 2x divided by negative 2, the answer is x. And then 4 divided by negative 2, what is the quotient? 4 divided by negative 2? Very good. So the quotient is negative 2. So therefore, the value of our x is negative 2. So what will be our second point? So the value of x is negative 2 and the value of y is 2. So therefore, our second point is negative 2 and 2. So let us rewrite that as an ordered pair. So the first point, we have negative 1 and 4. Saan ang galing ang negative 1? Saan ang galing ang 4? So, yung given natin dito, negative 1, ang nakuha nating value ng y ay 4. So, that will be our first point. And then, our second point, we have the value of x is negative 2. Ayan. And then, our given value of y is positive 2. So, therefore, that is our 2 points. Our second task is to find the slope and y-intercept. So, in order to find the slope and the y-intercept, we need to change first the equation to slope-intercept form, which is y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, so let us write our given equation. So which is negative 2x plus y is equal to 6. So let us rewrite this form into slope-intercept form. So we need to transpose negative 2x to the other side of the equation para yung y na lang yung nasa left side ng ating equation. And then, upon transposing negative 2x to the other side of the equation, since this is negative 2x, it becomes positive 2x kapag nilipat na natin siya. Okay, so let us have this. Ayan. So as you can see, we have y is equal to 2x plus 6. Now, since it is already written into slope-intercept form, we can easily find out the slope and the y-intercept. So again, what will be the value of our slope? Alin ba yung slope dito? Very good. So the slope is the numerical coefficient of the variable x. So on our given equation, what do you think is the numerical coefficient of our x? Excellent. So our slope is positive 2. Okay. And how about our y-intercept? Great. So our y-intercept is the constant term, which is our b. And our y-intercept is positive 6. Okay. So I hope naintindihan ng uhusay ang pagkuha ng slope and the y-intercept using our slope-intercept form. Now, we have on our last task, we need to find the x and y-intercept of negative 2x plus y is equal to 6. So, since we need to find out the values of our x and y-intercept, we need to assign 0 as the value of our x and y. So, let us have our given, negative 2x plus y is equal to 6. So, dito na yung ating mga let x at let y. Dito nyo na makakasalubong. So, let us have this. Let x is equal to 0. So, just like what we did on our first task, which is finding the 2 points that will satisfy the given equation. So, yung given value natin ng variable, sinubstitute lang natin sa ating equation in order to find out the value of another variable. So, here, we have the value of our x is 0. So, we need to substitute 0 to this equation. So, let us start. We have negative 2 times 0 plus y is equal to 6. So as you can see, sinubstitute ko na yung 0 sa ating variable x. Kaya siya naging 0 dito. And then, negative 2, we have negative 2 times 0. So, syempre, negative 2 times 0 is 0. Very good. So, 0 plus y is equal to 6. So, sundan din natin yung process natin kanina. We can transpose 0 to the other side of the equation. So, it becomes y is equal to 6 minus 0. So, what will be the answer if we need to subtract 6 and 0? Okay, so since 6 minus 0 is equal to 6. So, therefore, our value of y is equal to 6. So, since nakuha natin na value ay y dito, therefore, we can have the y-intercept. So, our y-intercept now is 0 and 6. Ma'am, saan po galing ang 0? Ang 0, nandito po, let x is equal to 0. And then, yung 6 naman is the value of our y. So, therefore, our y-intercept is 0 and 6. So, nakuha na natin ang y-intercept. So, on our second procedure, we need to find out the value or the X-intercept. So, since nakapag-assign na tayo ng value ng X, which is 0, we need to assign a value of Y naman. So, we have let Y is equal to 0. So, let us solve. So, let us substitute again the value of our variable to this equation. So, ngayon naman, kay Y naman natin siya isa-substitute. So, we have negative 2x, copy, and then plus, the value of y is 0. So, we have plus 0 is equal to 6. Okay, the next one, we need to transpose, syempre, 0 to the other side of the equation. So, since in-transpose natin, it becomes negative 2x is equal to 6 minus 0. And then, let us subtract 6 minus 0. So, syempre, our answer is 6. So, it becomes negative 2x is equal to 6. So, again, how are we going to find the value of our x? Okay, excellent. We need to divide both sides by negative 2. Okay, so let us divide again. Ayan. So, di-divide natin. So, let us start. We have negative 2x divided by negative 2. So, we can cancel this. And then, the value of our x is 1x. So, since 1x na lang siya, pwede na lang natin siyang i-rewrite as x. And then, how about 6 divided by negative 2? 6 divided by negative 2 is equal to, okay, good. So, that is negative 3. So, therefore, x is equal to negative 3. And then, our x-intercept now is negative 3 and 0. Okay, so we are done in our given example. So, I hope nakatulong yung ating discussion para mas maunawaan kung paano ba kunin yung 2 points that will satisfy the equation. Second, finding the slope and the y-intercept. And then the third is to find out the x and y-intercept. It's your turn, mga anak. So now, you need to accomplish your learning task number 1 on an intermediate paper. So what you're going to do is from the given equation of the line. So ito yung ating dalawang given equation. You need to find 2 points that will satisfy the equation. So ano yung gagawin nyo for letter A? You need to assign any value of x and y to our given. And then you need to substitute just like what we did on our first task kanina. So kayo ngayon ang bahalang magbigay ng any value ng x and y. And then for letter B, the slope and the y-intercept. So syempre, you need to change first the given equation into slope intercept form, which is y is equal to mx plus b. And then after changing that, you can easily find out our slope, which is our m, and our y-intercept, which is our b, or the constant term. And lastly, you need to find the x and y-intercept. So just like what we did on our last task, we need to assign the value of x, a value of x, and a value of y. So, ano ba yung magiging value ng x at y natin? So, stick tayo kay 0 kasi ang hinahanap natin ay x and y-intercept. So, ang gagawin nyo, magle-let x is equal to 0 at let y is equal to 0 kayo on our first equation. And also, you need to let x is equal to 0 and let y is equal to 0 on our second equation. So, that will be your task number 1. Let us discuss the equation of the line. So, you can find the equation of the line given the graph. So, how are you going to find the equation of the line given the graph? So, since meron tayong graph, you can find out 2 points. And then, from that 2 points, you can have the formula in finding the equation of the line given 2 points. So, that is from the graph. Aside from that, you can find the equation of the line given the slope and the y-intercept. So, given 2 points, given the slope and a point, and given the x-intercept a0 and the y-intercept 0b. So, we will discuss it one by one in order for you to easily craft or construct the equation of the line. Let us start with the first one, given the slope and the y-intercept. So, we can find out the equation of the line given our slope m and the y-intercept which is b. So, how are we going to do that? So, remember that equation of the line can be written in the form of slope intercept form which is y is equal to mx plus b. So, let us have our first example. So, given our slope which is 2 and the y-intercept which is -3. So, as you can see, ang given daw dito ay slope at y-intercept. So, dito sa ating example, our given is the slope and the y-intercept. So, how are we going to rewrite the given slope and y-intercept into an equation of the line? So, since ang m natin ay yung numerical coefficient ng x, at yung b natin ay yung constant term, we can rewrite that in an equation of the line. So, let us start. We have y is equal to mx plus b. We just need to substitute 2 to the numerical coefficient of x and -3 to our constant term. So, what will be our equation of the line? Very good. So, our equation of the line is y is equal to 2x minus 3. So, as you can see, inilagay lang natin yung 2 sa numerical coefficient ng x. And then, yung atin namang -3, nilagay lang natin siya, isinubstitute natin sa kay b. So, that will be our equation of the line. So, how are we going to rewrite that given y is equal to 2x minus 3 into standard form? So, paano ba natin siya ilalagay? So, syempre, di ba, ang standard form ay ax. Ayan. So, let us write sa kaalaman ng iba. Diba? Ax plus by. Ayan. So, sorry for my handwritten. Kasi dito sa computer. Ayan. Ax plus by is equal to c. So, let us rewrite that. Ayan. So, as you can see, nilagay natin siya doon. Ayan, nilipat natin si 2x to the other side of the equation kasi dito sa ating standard form, kailangan nandito siya sa left side, ang x at y. So, upon transposing 2x to the left side or to the other side of the equation, the sign will be changed. So, since siya ay positive, it becomes negative. And then, copy plus y and then retain dito ang ating -3 which is our c or constant term. So, as you can see dito, may negative ang ating first term. So, kailangan natin siyang i-multiply sa -1 para maalis natin yung negative sign sa ating ax. So, let us multiply. Ayan. Both sides of the equation. -1 times -2x. So, syempre, we have positive 2x. So, lagay ko dito ha, para maintindihan. And then, -x times y. We have -y. And then, we have -1 times -3. We have positive 3. Okay. So, now, let us have our standard form. So, siya ay nag-jive dun sa ating sinolve. We have 2x minus y is equal to positive 3. So, that will be our standard form. Okay, so I hope naintindihan ang ating first example. So, let's have our second example. We have given the slope is equal to 3 and the y-intercept is equal to 1. So, just like what we did on our first example, we need to substitute our slope and y-intercept to this form. So, let us write again. Ayan. So, we have y is equal to mx plus b. And then, let us substitute 3 to our m and then 1 to our b. So, it becomes y is equal to 3x plus 3. So, therefore, that will be our answer. But what if you are going to translate or rewrite this slope intercept form into standard form, just like this? So, how are we going to do? Or how are you going to translate that? Or rewrite the given slope intercept form? So, syempre, kagaya nito, we need to transpose 3x to the other side of the equation also. So, since itatranspose natin siya, so yung positive 3x natin, magiging negative 3x ulit. So, just like this. We have negative 3x plus y is equal to positive 3. Okay, so since ito po ay negative 3x plus y is equal to positive 3, syempre, ganun ulit yung gagawin natin. We need to multiply both sides of the equation by negative 1 to eliminate negative sign of our first term. Kasi diba, ang standard form natin na ax plus by is equal to c ay hindi po negative ang first term. So, let us multiply negative 1 times negative 2x. So, dito ko siya i-rewrite. Rather, negative 1 times negative 3x. We have positive 3x. Ayan, pasensya na sa sulat. So, I hope naiintindihan pa rin. And then, negative 1 times positive y. We have negative y. Ayan. Ayan. And then, is equal to negative times negative 3. Positive 3, we have negative 3. Okay. So, ulitin ko ha, para mas clear sa lahat. We have negative 1 times negative 3x. We have positive 3x. And then, negative 1 times positive y, we have negative y. And then, negative 1 times positive 3, we have negative 3. So, therefore, our answer now for the standard form is positive 3x minus y is equal to negative 3. Okay, so that will be the process in order to find the equation of the line when the given are the slope and the y-intercept. Okay, next. What if our given are 2 points? Paano naman kung ang given natin ay 2 points? How are you going to find the equation of the line? So as you can see, the formula in finding the equation of the line given 2 points is y minus y sub 1 is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 times x minus x sub 1. Okay. So, syempre, since ang ating given ay 2 points, ano yung mga kailangan natin na ilagay, i-list na given? Okay, so for our givens, we have x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, and y sub 2. So, syempre, we need to find the values of our x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, y sub 2 for you to easily substitute the given values to our formula. So, let's find out on our given examples. We have example number 1. Find the equation of the line that passes through points 2, 5, and negative 2, negative 3. Okay. So, the first thing that we need to do is to find which is our x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, and y sub 2. So, always remember that our first coordinate is our x and our second coordinate is our y. So, yun lagi ang inyong tatandaan. So, let us begin. Let us write the values of our x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, and y sub 2. Okay. So as you can see, already written na ang values ng ating x and y's. So we have x sub 1. This is our x sub 1. Siyempre, yung first x value natin. And then our x sub 2, we have negative 2. And then for our y sub 1, we have positive 5. And then for our y sub 2, we have negative 3. Okay, so after finding the values of our x and y's, we need to write the formula in finding the equation of the line when the given are 2 points. So here we have the formula. We have y minus y sub 1 is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 times x minus x sub 1. So the next step is to substitute the values of our x and y to this formula. So let us start substituting the values of x and y. Ayan. So the value of our y sub 1, tingnan natin dito. Diba ang value ng y sub 1 ay 5? Okay, correct. And then for our y sub 2, we have negative 3. That is right. And then we have for our y sub 1, again, we have 5. So copy the operation minus 5. And then over our x sub 2, we have negative 2. Okay, that is also correct. Negative 2. And then copy also the sign. We have, or the operation, we have minus. And then our x sub 1 is positive 2. So let us write 2. And then let us write x. Wala pong values ang ating x at saka y na ito. Kasi ang may values lang natin ay x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, at y sub 2. So retain siya. And then the value of our x sub 1, we have positive 2. So minus 2. And then the next one is to perform the operation. So syempre, i-perform muna natin ang operation ng numerator at denominator. So what is negative 3 minus 5? Okay, so as you can see, we have similar sign here. So we need to proceed to addition. So let us copy the sign. So it becomes negative 8. Okay. Then the next one, negative 2 minus 2. Same again, the sign of our integer. So therefore, let us proceed to addition also. Then copy the sign. So we have negative 4. Ayan. So let us rewrite that. Ayan, lagay na natin. So it becomes y minus 5 is equal to negative 8. Saan ang galing ang negative 8? Yung sum ng ating given sa numerator. All over negative 4. Negative 4 is also the sum of our denominators. And then copy x minus 2. Next, we need to divide negative 8 by negative 4. So negative 8 divided by negative 4. Okay, so negative divided by negative, syempre, cancel na yan. That will be positive. And then 8 divided by 4, so it becomes 1. And then it becomes 2. Ayan. So let us write. So 2 divided by 1, syempre, 2 divided by 1 is equal to 2. Ayan. So we have y minus 5 is equal to 2. Kinapi ko lang po yung quotient. And then times x minus 2. So the next process is to multiply. So that is multiplication. Ayan. So we have 2 times x. And then 2 times negative 2. So let us have this. Y minus 5 is equal to 2 times x. We have 2x. And then we have 2 times negative 2. We have negative 4. Okay, so I hope nasusundan ha. And then syempre, we need to write the equation of the line into slope intercept form. So how are we going to write that? So syempre, itatranspose natin si negative 5 to the other side of the equation. So kapag tinranspose natin siya, mag-iiba yung ating sign. So since siya ay negative, it becomes positive. So it becomes here, yan, y is equal to 2x minus 4 plus 5. Nakita ang pagtatranspose? And then, let us combine like terms. So, syempre, meron tayo ditong constant term. We need to combine this. We have negative 4 plus 5. So, since magkaiba yung sign, ang susundin natin ay yung sign ng mas malaking number. So, between 4 and 5, syempre, mas malaki yung ating 5. So, therefore, we need to follow the sign of 5, which is positive, and then proceed to subtraction. So, therefore, we have y is equal to 2x plus 1. So, negative 4 plus 5, so the answer is positive 1. So, that will be our equation of the line written in slope intercept form. So, what if you will ask to transform or rewrite this slope intercept form into standard form? So, syempre, gagamitin ulit natin yung ax plus by is equal to c. So, ililipat natin si 2x to the other side of the equation. So, since siya ay positive, it becomes negative na. So, it becomes negative 2x plus y is equal to 1. Nilipat lang po si 2x sa kabila, nagpalit ng sign which is negative. So, since negative na naman ang ating first term, we need to multiply both sides of the equation by negative 1. So, let us multiply. Negative 1 times negative 2x, we have positive 2x. Ito na yon. And then negative 1 times positive y, we have negative y. And then lastly, negative 1 times positive 1, we have negative 1. So as you can see, nakarewrite na siya into standard form. Etong isa po ay Y-Intercept form. Ito po ang nakarewrite into standard form. Ayan. So I hope nakatulong ang ating explanation kung paano kunin ang equation of the line written in slope intercept form and standard form. Next example, when the given are 2 points, so find the equation of the line that passes through points 3 and 1 and 5 and 7. So just like what we did on our first example, we need to find the values of our x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, and y sub 2. Okay, so since you are very familiar na, we can rewrite it easily. So our x sub 1, 3. Our x sub 2, 5. Our y sub 1, 1. And our y sub 2 is 7. So after that, we need to write the formula. So syempre, this is our formula. And then after this, we need to substitute the values of our x and y. So let us substitute. Let us check. We have y sub 1. Our y sub 1 is 1. So it becomes y minus 1. Copy y and then substitute the value of y sub 1, which is 1. And then is equal to y sub 2 is 7. Ayan, 7 na. And then copy our operation minus y sub 1 is 1 also. So we have 1. And then all over, our x sub 2 is 5. So let us write 5. And then copy the operation. We have minus. And then our x sub 1 is 3. So that is 3. And then times x minus 3. Now, let us solve. 7 minus 1. Okay, correct. So that is 6. How about 5 minus 3? Very good. So that is 2. So since meron na tayong answer for our numerator and denominator, we can rewrite that. Okay, so it becomes y minus x is equal to 6. Ayan. And then all over 2. Ito yon. And then times x minus 3. So since pwede na natin siyang i-divide, we can divide it easily. 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2, it becomes 1. Ito. Ayan. And then it becomes 3. So 3 divided by 1. Ayan. 3 divided by 1. Siyempre, 3. Okay. So let us have this. We have y minus 1 is equal to 3 times x minus 3. So let us apply the distributive property of multiplication. So 3 times x and then 3 times negative 3. So let us find out the product. We have y minus 1 is equal to 3 times x. That is 3x. And then 3 times negative 3, that is negative 9. So correct yung ating answer dito. And then, since we need to find the equation of the line written in slope-intercept form, we need to transpose also negative 1 to the other side of the equation. So, upon transposing, it becomes, Ayan. Y is equal to 3x minus 9. And then negative 1, when transpose to the other side of the equation, it becomes positive 1. So let us solve. Negative 9 plus 1. Very good. We have negative 8. So therefore, our answer is y is equal to 3x minus 8. Okay, so next, let us rewrite this into standard form. Pwede kasi nating i-rewrite yung ating equation of the line into standard form. So again, we have ax plus by is equal to c. So ngayon, ililipat ulit natin si 3x to the other side of the equation kasi sa left side, kailangan na magkasama ay x at saka y. So since siya ay positive, siya ay magiging negative. Ayan. So we have negative 3x plus y is equal to negative 8. So what have you observed on the first term of our equation? Okay, correct. So meron ulit tayong negative sign. So syempre, we need to multiply both sides of the equation by, very good, we have negative 1. So let us multiply 1 by 1. We have negative 1 times negative 3x. So, syempre, we have 3x. Ayan. And then, negative 1 times positive y, we have negative y. And then, negative 1 times negative 8, we have positive 8. So, therefore, that is also an equation of the line written in standard form. How about if the given are the slope and a point? How are we going to find the equation of the line? Okay, so the formula in finding the equation of the line given the slope and a point is y minus y sub 1 is equal to slope or m times x minus x sub 1. Ma'am, parang may kahawig po siyang formula. That is right. Kasi kanina yung ating slope ay naka-formula pa. We have y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, which is the formula in finding the slope. Pero dito, since ang given na natin ay slope at saka isang point, we can easily find the equation of the line by substituting the value of slope to this m. Okay, so now, if the given are the slope and a point, we just need to find out the value of our x sub 1, y sub 1, and our slope. Let us have the first example when the given are the slope and a point. So find the equation of the line whose slope is negative 1 and passes through the point 5 and negative 3. So just like what I've said earlier, we need to list down the value of our slope and the value of our x sub 1 and y sub 1. So, from the question, from the problem, yan, we can obtain that the value of x sub 1 is 5 and the value of our y sub 1 is negative 3. And then our slope is negative 1. After determining the values of our slope and a point, we need to substitute that to our formula. So again, the formula in finding the equation of the line when the given are slope and a point is y minus y sub 1 is equal to slope times x minus x sub 1. So you just need to substitute the value of our slope here and then x sub 1 to this part and then our y sub 1 to this part. Okay, let us begin. So let us substitute. Our y sub 1 is negative 3. Ma'am, bakit po tayo gumamit ng open and close parentheses? Kasi po, negative yung ating operation or subtraction yung ating operation. And then negative yung ating value ng y sub 1. So we need to multiply that to our value of y sub 1. And then our slope, ayan, substitute, negative 1. And then x minus our value of x sub 1 is 5. So, hindi na natin kailangang mag-parentheses dahil positive yung value ng ating x sub 1. Okay, let us begin. Let us multiply muna. Negative times negative 3. Ayan. So, we have negative times negative 3. We have positive 3. And then, negative 1 times x. We have negative x. And then, we have negative 1 times negative 5. we have positive 5. Okay, what is the next step? We need to combine like terms. So, we need to transpose positive 3 to the other side of the equation. So, since siya ay positive, siya ngayon ay magiging negative. Ayan. So, as you can see, we have y is equal to negative x plus 5. Kinapi ko lang. And then transpose positive 3 to the other side of the equation. It becomes negative 3. So, let us simplify. We have y is equal to negative x plus 2. Ma'am, bakit po naging 2? 5 minus 3, that is 2. So, that will be our equation of the line written in slope intercept form. What if your teacher will ask you to transform or to rewrite the equation of the line into standard form? So, how are you going to rewrite that equation of the line into standard form? Okay, very good. So, you need to follow the standard form, which is ax plus by is equal to c. So, again, we need to transpose negative x to the other side of the equation. So, ang mangyayari na lang sa kanya ay magiging positive x siya kasi susundin natin tong ax plus by is equal to c. So, upon transposing negative x to the other side of the equation, it becomes positive x. And then copy positive y plus y, and then copy 2. So, therefore, that will be our standard form. Okay, this is our slope intercept form of the equation of the line, and this is the standard form of the equation of the line. Let us have the second example when the given are slope in a point. So, find the equation of the line whose slope is 3 and passes through the point 4 and negative 2. So, again, we need to determine the value of our slope and the values of our x sub 1 and y sub 1. So, let us write. Ayan. So, our x sub 1 is 4 and our y sub 1 is negative 2. And, syempre, our slope is positive 3. So, since may values na tayo ng x sub 1, y sub 1, and slope, we can substitute that to this formula. Okay, so let us substitute. Our slope is 3, lalagay natin dito. Our x sub 1 is 4, lalagay natin doon. And then our y sub 1 is negative 2. Dito naman natin substitute. So let us have. We have y minus negative 2. It's equal to 3 times x minus 4. So nilagay na natin yan dito. Yung slope dito, and then x sub 1 dito. So, let us multiply negative times negative 2, and 3 times x, and 3 times negative 4. So, let us find out. We have y, copy natin, negative times negative 2, the answer is positive 2. And then we have 3 times x, we have 3x. And then 3 times negative 4, we have negative 12. Okay, so after that, we need to transpose positive 2 to the other side of the equation para yung y na lang yung matitira dito sa left side. So, since ita-transpose natin yung positive 2, it becomes negative 2. So, as you can see, it becomes y is equal to 3x minus 12 minus 2. Okay, so let us combine like terms, negative 12 minus 2. So, as you can see, parehas ang sign nila na negative. So, we may proceed to addition. And then, copy the sign. So, yan. Negative 12 minus 2, it becomes negative 14. Ayan. So, let us write. So, it becomes y is equal to 3x minus 14. So, that is the equation of the line written in slope intercept form. So, again, we need to rewrite that into standard form kasi baka biglang hingin sa inyo. Ayan. So, we have y is equal to 3x minus 14. So, ito na yon. We need to transpose again 3x to the other side of the equation kasi we need to follow the standard form, which is ax plus by is equal to c. So, kapag nilipat natin si 3x to the other side of the equation, it becomes negative 3x plus y is equal to negative 14. So, as you can see, siya ay negative. Kailangan natin siyang i-multiply both sides by negative 1. Ayan. So, both sides natin i-multiply. So, let us multiply negative 1 times negative 3x. So, it becomes positive 3x. And then we have negative 1 times positive y. We have negative y. Ito yon. And then we have negative 1 times negative 14. We have positive 14. So, therefore, the standard form is 3x minus y is equal to 14. And lastly, given the x-intercept A0 and the y-intercept 0b. Okay, so we have the formula in finding the equation of the line given the intercept. So as you can see, this is our formula. We have y is equal to negative b over a x plus b. So ano ba yung kailangan natin na given dito? So syempre, our x-intercept, which is our A, and our y-intercept, which is our B. Let us have the first example given the x and y-intercept. So the x and y-intercepts of the line are negative 3 and 4 respectively. So we need to find the equation of the line. So we need to determine the value of our x and the value of our y, or the A and our B. So let us write our x-intercept or A is equal to negative 3 and then our y is equal to 4. So next, let us substitute the values of our A and B to our formula. So as you can see, we have y is equal to negative b over a x plus b. So let us substitute the value of our A, which is negative 3 here, and then the value of our b to our variable b. So as you can see, we have y is equal to negative, copy natin yung sign, and then the value of our b is positive 4, so ito na siya, and then the value of our a is negative 3. So kailangan natin gumamit ng open and close parentheses kasi may negative din tayo dito. And then copy x plus, again, the value of our b is 4. So now, the next process is to multiply the negative sign to our denominator. So we have negative times negative 3, that is positive 3. Okay, so it becomes y is equal to 4 over 3x plus 4. So ma'am, ito na po ba yung sagot namin? Yes. Ito na yung inyong equation of the line. So, hindi na po ba namin kailangan gawing whole number ito? Hindi na pwede. Kasi kapag minultiply nyo siya both sides of the equation, magkakaroon na ng numerical coefficient na more than 1 ang ating y. Eh, diba kapag ka slope intercept form, kailangan ay y is equal to mx plus b. So, paano natin o kailan natin kailangan na i-multiply by 3 both sides of the equation? Kapag i-rewrite natin ang ating slope intercept form into standard form. So, paano natin yung gagawin? Let us see. We need to multiply both sides of the equation by 3 para ma-eliminate natin ang denominator. Ayan. So, by multiplying, ito na siya. We have 3 times y. 3 times y is equal to 3y. And then 3 times 4 over 3x. So, syempre, pwede na natin i-cancel itong 3 at saka ito. Okay, pag na-cancel natin yan, syempre, ang our remaining term na lang ay 4x. Or pwede rin naman na 3 times 4. It becomes 12. And then 12 divided by 3, that is also resulted to 4. And then, copy x, and then 3 times 4. So, multiply naman natin 3 times 4, so that is 12. Now, since we need to rewrite that into standard form, ililipat natin si 4x to the other side of the equation. So, as you can see, siya ay positive, siya ngayon ay magiging negative. So, ito na yon. We have 4x to transpose, it becomes negative 4x plus 3y is equal to 12. Next, we need to multiply again both sides of the equation by negative 1 para ma-eliminate natin ang negative sign ng ating first term. So, let us multiply both sides. Ayan. So, negative times negative 4x. We have positive 4x. Correct. Then, we have negative 1 times positive 3y. We can get negative 3y. and then negative 1 times positive 12, it becomes negative 12. So let us see. For x, tama, negative 1 times negative 4x, negative 1 times negative 4x, we have 4x. Negative 1 times positive 3, we have negative 3y. And then negative 1 times positive 12, we have negative 12. So meron tayo ditong dalawang equation of the line. Ang isa written in slope intercept form at ang isa naman ay written in standard form. Okay, for our last example, so as you can see, meron na tayo ditong binigay na 2 points. What we are going to do is to identify alin ba ang A at alin ba ang B. So as you can see dito sa ating format, dito sa ating title, we have given the x-intercept A and 0 and our y-intercept 0 and B. So therefore, yung ating value na more than 0. So syempre, our A is negative 1, ito yon, and then our B is positive 4. Okay, so from that, we need to substitute those values to our formula. So, gaya na ginawa natin kanina, we need to substitute. Ayan. So, it becomes y is equal to negative. The value of our b is positive 4. So, we just need to write. And then, the value of our a is negative 1. So, negative na naman siya. We need to use open and close parentheses. And then, x plus the value of b again, which is 4. Okay. So, let us multiply also. Negative times negative 1. So, syempre, positive 1 na ulit siya. So, it becomes y is equal to 4 over 1x plus 4. And 4 divided by 1, that is equivalent to? Very good. So, that is equivalent to 4. So, it becomes y is equal to 4x plus 4. So, that will be our answer in slope intercept form. So, again, paano kung ipinata-transform siya or pinare-rewrite siya into standard form? So, you need also to use the ax plus by is equal to c. So, syempre, we need to transpose 4x to the other side of the equation. So, ayan, 4x na nalipat sa kabila, it becomes negative 4x, and then copy positive y, and then is equal to positive 4. Ayan. So, as you can see, yung ating first term ulit ay negative. So, what will you do in order to eliminate the sign of our first term? Negative sign of our first term. So, we need to multiply both sides by negative 1. So, negative 1 times negative 4x, it becomes positive 4x. And then negative 1 times positive y, we have negative y. And then negative 1 times positive 4, we have negative 4. So, that will be our answer in standard form. So, I hope nakatulong ang ating mga examples in order for you to understand how are you going to find the equation of the line. So, on our given learning task, you can use those examples para maging guide ninyo, para mas madali sa inyo kung paano i-accomplish yung ating mga tasks. It's your turn, grade 8. So, for your learning task number 2, so that is page 29 of your learning module, you need to find the equation of the line. So, that will be written in slope intercept form and in standard form. So, tamang-tama yung ating discussion. Kasi dun sa ating mga examples, after rewriting the equation of the line into slope intercept form, you rewrite it also in standard form. So, dito sa ating mga given, for number 1, ang ating given ay slope and y-intercept. For number 2, given 2 points. Then for number 3, we have the x and y-intercept. And then for number 4, given yung ating x and y-intercept also. And then for number 5, the given is slope and a point. So you need to use the formula in finding the equation of the line. For learning task number 3, you also need to find the equation of the line. So for letter A, in slope intercept form also, y is equal to mx plus b. And for letter B, in standard form, which is ax plus by is equal to c. So just like what we did on our examples, you need to find the equation of the line given the formulas and its ways on how to find the equation of the line. So, meron tayong given the slope. So, for our number 1, given the slope and a point. For number 2, given 2 points. For number 3, given the slope and the y-intercept. So, pwede rin siya. And then, for our number 4, given the x and y-intercept. And then, for number 5, given ang ating 2 points. Okay, so now, you can find the equation of the line. Okay, for your learning task number 4, you need to find the equation of the line given the graph. So, how are you going to find the equation of the line if the given is a graph? So, kagaya nung ating pinag-aralan nung last week, you need to find the two coordinates, the x and y coordinate when the given is graph. So, syempre dito, you can identify na. Alin ba ang x? Diba ang x natin is the horizontal line and our y is the vertical line. So, you just need to find out ano ba yung x and y coordinate ng point na to, then ito ding point na to, and then siya ay magiging 2 points na. Kapag siya ay 2 points na, you can easily find the equation of the line given 2 points by substituting the 2 points to our formula. After accomplishing your learning task, you need to accomplish the reflection part. So this time, you may write your personal insights about the lesson by completing the following sentence prompts. So you need to write your answer on an intermediate paper. So as you can see, we have I understand that, I realize that, I wish to ask my teacher about. So after this, you can also accomplish your personal assessment on learner's level of performance for week 6. So thank you, grade 8. See you next time. Good luck and God bless. Enjoy learning!